In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Howdy and welcome to my for sale video series. And this being the first in the series of cameras and equipment that I'll be looking to sell. First up today is the Konica FS1. Fantastic little camera. And that's the battery compartment. It is open for a reason. A semi-automatic camera, and we have from B to 1000, so a few sports pictures, but you can probably already tell that this is a telephoto lens. I'm gonna have to use this for a little while, test it out, make sure it works well, and then put up some sample pictures and see where it goes. Now, to demonstrate the camera, we have a few things to show you. Got your PC port, your wind, door release, film release, tripod stand, and let's take a look at the innards. This is your battery compartment. It holds the batteries. It also serves as a grip. So what you do is you pop your battery in, pop your next battery, and your next battery, and your next battery, and they all fit snugly, oh good catch, I could play for the Cubs. They all fit snugly into that corner, and that corner goes onto the camera, like so. A little tab, and bingo. She winds up. Now, this was pretty high tech a long time ago, and it's pretty good tech now, because even the digital cameras have trouble keeping up with the quality and the output of a negative base picture. Sorry, digital guys, but it's true. To get this kind of quality from any picture digitally, you're spending $10,000-$15,000 for, a 40 megapixel. I don't even know if they have a 50 megapixel camera. But these are pretty darn special. Again, this is the Konica FS1. I'm going to test this camera out because I really kind of like it. Here's your on, your arm, and your off. And she goes. She really goes. I don't know. I've never had a camera like this, so it seems kind of exciting. So I might have to throw a roll of film in it and see what happens. I definitely will take a couple shots with it and post those along with it. But the shots may take me a little bit. But getting back to the device itself, you're getting one of those trendy UV filters that everybody loves, a Quantum 85 to 210 telephoto lens, and we're going from 3.8 to 16 to an auto exposure. Now, I'm not sure how that works, but we will find out. You're also getting a lens hood. And look, it already passed whatever it passed in 1980, whatever it was when this camera came out. Cameras like this generally are mid-80s or so. I really like that. Do you know how much you would pay to get a digital camera that does that now? It's ridiculous. You get this developed. If you're here in Phoenix, you go down to TCR, Tempe Camera and Repair, and they'll do a roll for $8-10, and you can choose which prints you want to get. And one day maybe I'll even share my secret for getting your prints from the negatives. So back to this guy. A little more inspection. There's back of your lens in pretty good shape. Removing your filter. That is a pretty piece of glass. I don't think this thing has ever been off of it. I don't think a lens cap has ever been off of this thing. It is way too nice. Put that there. And we'll give you a little demonstration of this guy. Now we'll do bulb, so you can get a good look at the inside. And there's your inside of your shutter door. Here's the inside of your shutter door again. Hi, there you are. I love that. I love that. I don't know, if I had enough lenses for this thing, I would so keep it. But all of my manual stuff is Nikon, all my lenses and whatnot. So, you know, the chances of replacing all my Nikon stuff with Minolta stuff, I'm sorry, Konica stuff, is pretty slim. But here's the back of your camera. We'll take that off a bulb. That is so cool. I remember Mr. Alberti in my Long Branch High School, Long Branch, New Jersey, had that camera that made that noise, and I remember that click, 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 click. And I remember it had this big giant battery on the bottom of it, whatever it was. But like I showed you before, here's your handle. All your batteries go in there. Batteries are not included. You got to get your own batteries. These suckers are pricey on Amazon. I had no idea rechargeable batteries cost all this money. And if you have Konica stuff, bingo. This is a Yahtzee. I sell all my cameras for $150 with the lens. If it's without a lens, it's probably be a lot cheaper. But this one has a lens, so they're about 150 bucks. I am going to throw a roll of film in here and see if I can crank out 32. Is that 32? No, it's I'm going to see if I can crank out 36 good shots with this thing. Oh, I love that noise. I love that noise. That is. I grew up with watching the camera guys in the 80s and, on TV and click, 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 click. I was just, I don't know. I guess there are gun guys and there are camera guys. I think I've always been a camera guy. But we have pretty smooth action. Very smooth action. Here's your aperture ring. I forget what that thing is called, but it still works. Oh, I love that noise. I love that noise. You got your strap hooks, and I don't know what that is. I don't pretend to know everything about cameras, nor do I. Oh, I love that. I love that. My camera doesn't do that. My camera doesn't do that. Holy cow, I love that noise. I'm going to do it again. Hold on. Watch out. Oh, man, I love that. And here's 1,000. 500. Let's bump it down a lot. Go back to 60. And my favorite, 1,000. Oh, I love that noise. Oh, I love that noise. Oh. If I had Konica stuff, I would so keep this. Here's your hot shoe. You're going to love this camera. You're really going to love this camera. I might love this camera. I might love this camera a long time. You got your ASA settings over here, so you can set your ASA. real smooth action. I have a lens that, as a matter of fact, it's that lens. And just a shopping tip while we're here. This film stuff is not easy to get anymore, and it's certainly darn near impossible to replace. So here's a shopping tip while we're talking about your new Konica. When you go to look at a camera face to face, or you see one at a flea market or yard sale or wherever, you want to make sure you have smooth action. If you go back to your camera, you hear that smooth action in your aperture wheel? Listen to mine. It's a little muddy. It's a little muddy. But that's okay, because the lens itself is nearly impossible to find. It's impossible to replace, and nobody repairs these things. I think you have to send them back to Japan or something like that, and I just get another one. But I think if I take care of them and I don't drop them, and I keep them relatively clean, they'll last quite a while. You know, I can deal with a little less click in my aperture wheel. It's okay. It's okay. Not the case with that Konica, but a good shopping tip to have nonetheless. There it goes. And it even came with this little lens hood. And we'll actually talk about this lens in the next one. Teaser. The next one is a Rolleiflex. An affordable Rolleiflex. And like I said, all my cameras are $150 with the lens. My name is Mike. Comment in down below, and I'll be in touch. If you're interested, it's $150 plus shipping and handling. I'll take it down there myself. I'll wrap it up nicely and make sure it gets to you too. I've been selling these cameras for probably about 6 months now, and I'm getting a lot of good cameras in. This is just one of them. Your new Konica. You're gonna love this. Oh. I love shutter slap. I love shutter slap. Bat, bat. It's like a gun cocking. Talk to me.